So, Good Company cheese.
That adds a lot.
Obviously, this is like a mecca for cheese in the Willamette Valley. You have a wonderful selection. I love talking cheese with you, and you can always get me what I need. But then, of course, charcuterie as well.
Yep.
Big selection of charcuterie.
Big selection.
Fun stuff, truffle
got it
stuff,
all.
rillettes, and pâtés, truffle pâtés, and all kinds of stuff that, if you like that kind of stuff, this is really the best place to get
That's
it
perfect.
here in this area.
And shout out to our friend Sam Pata, who put me onto this place. Because you carried his wine.
I have his Tempranillo.
And he told me like 2 or 3 times throughout our interview with him, like, hey, go to Good Company. It's more than just a little wine bar or cheese. Like, they have everything. So, I think it was 2 days after our interview with him, I came in for the first time.
That's the place to be.
I believe
Thank you,
Sam
Sam.
tells me to go somewhere, I usually believe to go.
Sam, we trust you.
Sam's a good guy.
Good work, Sam.
He's got good taste.
So this is the Mecca. There are some other good options as well.
Certainly.
Red Hills Market.
Yep.
You know, they've got a nice little cheese selection. Like what they have, I like.
What doesn't Red Hills Market have?
Right, they have Red Hawk, which is one of my favorite cheeses.
Yeah.
You know, but they also have like little cheese. You can obviously get like a cheese plate, the charcuterie board they call it or whatever. But they have a couple cold cases, I think.
It's kind of one of the reasons they're such an amazing spot for stopping in when you're going tasting, is because they have, like, whether you want a full lunch or whether you want just a little, not the selection that this place will have, but like a little bit less of a selection and just a good quality cheese selection with some charcuterie.
Grab and go.
Yeah.
You're in the Dundee Hills for your tour. Go grab some meats and cheese.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
Good
It's
options.
convenient.
If you're looking for nicer cheese.
Yeah.
Totally.
Just the normal stuff. What else? Oh, Pirano and Daughter. Over in McMinnville, adjacent to Nick's Italian Cafe.
Yep. It's a cool spot.
Yeah.
They also make killer espresso.
Oh,
okay.
didn't know.
Yeah. I'm a coffee guy.
I haven't been, so I can't comment, but I support them.
Well, and they have like noodles you could take home, like heirloom wheat varietals of noodles. Take home.
Yeah,
make
nice
pasta.
little selection of high
Yeah.
quality, nice stuff,
Yeah.
charcuterie, cheese, etc. So if you're in McMinnville, that's a good option.
Yeah. Briar Rose. I'm at the winery I work at. We use Briar Rose, and I go up there probably.
Now, Briar Rose is
once
a
a month.
creamery.
It's a creamery, so they're making all their own cheeses.
Yes.
Really, really great people.
Yep.
You come up to it, and it feels like you're on the farm. Like it's this little kind of.
It is informal.
Completely informal is the best way to describe it.
Yeah.
It's a little farm shop.
It is.
Yeah. It's not going to be the Tillamook Creamery experience.
No.
It's a more hole in the wall, but not hole in the wall is a bad way to explain it because
In a
it's
good
a very
way.
they have a very professional experience,
Yeah.
but smaller, more personalized,
It's
more.
craft.
I love
more
their
intimate.
Maya. Their Butterbloom is phenomenal.
Butterbloom is one of my
It's
favorites,
so
too.
good.
It's a nice ability to buy the cheese directly from
Right.
the cheesemaker.
Absolutely.
You're not
Yeah.
going to necessarily be able to get eyes on the operation. It's not set up like that.
Right.
There's no tours.
No, there's
like
not
Tillamook,
flash,
But it's
you know.
just when you're out in the area, it's a good
Right.
kind
One of my
little
favorite
John
things-
It's like going to a
Overton
tasting
stuck-up.
room and the winemaker is the one pouring the wine, and you get to ask them all the questions about how they made the wine, and they're so passionate about it and stuff.
Right.
That's the Briar Rose
It
experience.
leans
Exactly.
into the I describe our valley, and I've said this a bunch of times, as a rural farming community that makes world class product.
Yeah, absolutely.
And you
Yeah.
walk in, you feel like you're in a rural farm community, and you
But
get a
one of
world
my
class product.
favorite things is to be doing an event like the Allison does some events. Oh gosh, what's it called? I can't remember. Benefit event or something where we're selling our truffle oil at a booth, and I love getting paired right next to Briar Rose Creamery.
Absolutely.
It's like, hey, our truffle oil pairs well with a Briar Rose, and they give me samples. And at the end of the day, they're always happy to barter cheese for truffle oil, and I'm a happy boy.
Stefan shamelessly plugging his truffle oil. Which is also
Oh
for
my
sale.
gosh!
And also on the shelf at
It
Good
is.
Company.
It is here,
But it's pretty
shelf.
It's pretty
This is
goddamn
the place
good.
to get it. This is
So-
the place to get it.
So there's also some really nice wineries that have some nice cheese plates you can get if you happen to be tasting and you didn't pick up a plate from Good Company or Red Hills Market or whatever. So Faircing, Brooks, and Domain Serene all have a really awesome.
programs.
Yeah, you can get something that's going to pair really well with your wine. And yeah, if you don't come prepared and you just want to buy something at the winery,
Right.
those are good options.
Dobbs is getting cheese from us too.
Dobbs as
Cool.
well. Okay,
Dobbs,
good to know.
Good
Good to know.
There are a lot of cheese boards out there. We should put like a list on them.
Yeah,
But,
we're
Because
just-
with COVID, like a lot of the wineries have pulled back
Yeah.
on their food production side.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
right now it's a little bit strange. It's different than what
Well,
it was a year and a half
Everything's
ago.
changed.
Yeah.
Like a year and a half ago, we knew who all had great charcuterie boards.
Oh, yeah.
So now it's kind of
Yeah.
It's all
everything's
over.
single
Fair
serve
Sing-
and reimagined.
Fair
and
Sing is one of my favorites in the best
their
of times and worst
their
times.
St. Helens tasting is phenomenal.
It's a great, yeah. I don't know if they're still doing it. The St. Helens. The
It
Are they
was,
not?
It was if
I
it's
don't
not
think so,
still.
but the Jefferson, they are doing the Jefferson. And that's
They
the
are?
one with
Okay.
like the cheese and meat.
Okay.
But they have like nice stuff. Like
Right.
it's a good one. So
Yeah.
good job, Brandy
Yeah.
and Mike and
Yep.
Mary and
You've
everybody
done
out
well.
there. So yeah, so lots of good options, but definitely call ahead. And honestly, right now during the slow time, people should call ahead if they want to order meat and cheese
Yes.
because
Just make sure they're
they run
ordering it and
out
stuff
and they,
and-
you know,
Right.
and honestly for a
These are trying
winery, like
times.
they're not food service, like
Right.
No.
you know, it's
They might not
it
order it
helps
on a
them
busy
out
weekend
if
or
they
something.
can get that done ahead of time.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. At Roy,
sure.
we get all of our stuff from Olympia Provisions and then Briar Rose.
Yeah,
It's a really great little pairing.
good
Mhm.
hookup.
Yeah.
Okay. And then, so to talk about cheese, we're gonna venture somewhat out of the Willamette Valley, but not that direction. We're gonna venture the other direction, the other side of the Coast Range,
Yeah.
where there is, you know, you've got the Tillamook Creamery. I mean,
It's
cheese,
so
cheese
close.
factory. It's
Yeah.
right there. It's fucking huge. You can go have a grilled cheese and clam chowder and
Yeah.
Get some
tour.
curds.
What's that?
And
Get some
curds.
curds.
The
Squeaky
squeaky
cheese.
cheese, yeah, it kind of is a whole thing.
Yeah.
Like if
It's
you
an
are
experience.
if you are a big cheese fan and you understand what you're getting when you go there,
Right.
that it's
Right.
going to be touristy.
Well, and if you have
it's
kids-
not going to be fine cheese.
Like
but
as a
it's-
kid, some of my favorite memories are going to the coast for like field trips and going to the Tillamook Cheese Factory.
It is a cool experience, honestly. And if you're in the Willamette Valley, if you're here I would say as a tourist, especially, maybe a good day trip to go out. If you happen to be going
Yeah.
to the coast, I wouldn't make it just the single thing you would do to go out to Tillamook, but it's a great
Yeah,
like
you can go
hour
do a
stop
hike
on
or
the way
whatever.
to a great hike or
I know
a
a
great
couple of
beach
tour
trip.
companies that could put together killer coast.
we could. we know
Absolutely.
the spots out there.
Yeah, yeah.
The Fish Peddler gets Moisters or the fish and chips
Jacobson
across.
Salt Company.
Oh man.
A couple of nice hikes.
Also, but like right in Tillamook.
Shameless plugs again.
Right in Tillamook, nearby the Tillamook Cheese Factory, is the Blue Heron,
Yep.
which we've sold them truffle oil for years, but I had never been out there, and I was just out there actually during COVID, and it's kind of a cool little place. Like they have a nice little market. You can get ice cream. You can order. They have a little dinky restaurant with a seating area, and there's like chickens and shit, and like it.
it's a
kind of
real
cool-
farm.
Chickens
Yeah.
and shit. You know it's going to be
No,
cool.
literally, there's chickens in their shit because there's chickens
Well,
shitting
chickens
everywhere.
and shit go together.
Not everywhere, but anyway, I liked it. I thought it had a nice kind of charm to it. So
Okay.
I do recommend
I
that.
haven't been.
It's much smaller than Tillamook, but you can go taste cheese, and they actually have a wonderful like specialty food section with lots of like cured meats, but then like fish and jarred like sardines and pickled herring and like all kinds of stuff like that. That's like, oh, I could really make a nice meal from just yoink,
Right.
yoink, yoink, yoink. So
Yeah, if you know what
I
you're,
really
if
like
you know what you're looking at, like me and Wes, which would be like pickled herring. What do I put
You
in
know,
that? Put with that?
there's stuff.
Yeah. I wouldn't know
will
what
help
the
you
fuck
out.
to do with
Delilah will
pickled
help
herring.
you.
I'm not gonna lie,
We'll
but
be cultured by the time we're done with this
bro,
podcast.
we're getting there. I just figured out pickled herring was an actual thing. So
We're gonna rename it the Education of Cole Leslie. You know,
Yeah,
so,
please.
but that's okay.
exactly.
We're townies that are trying to learn like
We're
what
just
the
faking it
broader
till we make
world
it, you
has
know?